Hi, you guys. In front of you, you should have some base 10 blocks, some scrap paper, and a pencil to be able to do this activity. With your base 10 blocks, I would like for you to model 30 units using the base 10 blocks. You should have something that looks like this: 10, 20, 30. I count by tens to get to 30. Place another 2 sets of 30 using base 10 blocks. Now, notice I'm not saying another 2 tens. That's not what we're saying. We're saying another 2 sets of 30. This is 1 set of 30. Show me 2 more sets of 30. Here's 1 set of 30, a second set of 30, and a third set of 30. Okay. So now I have 1, 2, 3 sets of 30. How many units does this model? How many do I have total now? I can count by tens to find that I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. But what does this really show us? If I was to write an equation, and I'd like you to write this on your scrap paper, I have 1, 2, 3 groups or 3 sets with how many in each set. In this set, there's 10, 20, 30, and it's the same for each set. So I have 3 sets of 30, or 3 times 30, and we already found out and discovered that that equals 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 total. So 3 sets of 30 equals 90. Do I see any pattern in this equation? Is there a different way I could look at this equation to make it easier? Now what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to take 1 tens rod away from each set. Now we have a different equation. I have still 1, 2, 3 sets, but this time I have 2 in each set. How many do I have in all? I can count by tens to find out. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So in all, I have 60 units. But what would my equation look like this time? Same as before, I have 1, 2, 3 groups. So I'm going to start off with 3 groups of how many are in each group. In this group, I have 10, 20, and that's the same for all 3 groups. So 3 times 20 equals, we already said, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 total. Let's look again. Do I have a type of pattern here that can help me solve this problem faster without using models? I notice that I can use some basic facts to help me solve this problem. I know that 3 times 3, 3, 6, 9. 3 times 3 is 9. And then since this is a multiple of 10, I can put my 0 in the tens place. So my answer is 90. Does that same pattern hold true for the next? Here's my basic fact. 3 times 2. Counting by threes, 3, 6. 3 times 2 is 6, and then I can put my 0 in the ones place after, because I have 6 tens. And isn't that true? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tens. We're going to continue on into the lesson where we look at how when we multiply by tens, there's a pattern where we put a 0 at the end. You can go on to the next activity.